tomorrow. So then the access for trouble, Alex, gets to the northeast of those big corridors, New York and Washington and Boston, trying to fly and drive. It's really going to be tough.
Yeah, I can imagine we can see some air travel troubles tomorrow. Well, for days, we warned you about yesterday's threat of severe weather and tornadoes because, after all, November is the second severe weather season. Many of you experienced that yesterday. Let's learn more about last night's severe weather and look ahead to our next storm potential. Severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes, he's got all that information and joins us now from the lab.
Yeah, it was quite a day yesterday. We had at least 11 tornadoes by the preliminary reports. They're still doing damage surveys, and at least 150 reports of severe winds. Let's take a look. Here's a recap of the radar. This is a little bit before noon when it began. The storms began to become severe in Iowa, in eastern Nebraska. Then a big squall line rolled all the way across Iowa into northern Illinois, parts of northern Missouri. Each one of these blue dots is a severe wind report, and the red dots are tornado reports. Now, cumulatively, we call this a derecho, a widespread damaging wind event associated with a series of thunderstorms. In this case, one we'll call a serial derecho because it had not one big bow echo, but a whole series of little mini bow echoes embedded within that. So 250 miles are what we needed, and a number of reports of winds in excess of 75 miles per hour. We had that. In this case, that swath about 300 miles. Now, here's a snapshot of what I mean by the serial nature of this. If you look carefully, you see one little backward C. Here's another. Here's maybe another well-defined one. Very well-defined one. So each one of these little arch areas are where the winds are going fast, and cumulatively they make up that series of 150 wind reports that we saw. And in addition, some of these little curly cues on the back sides had tornadoes, including down here in Des Moines as well. Now, probably a bit different event, certainly a much farther south event coming up for Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. It's beginning with an upper air disturbance. This is mid-level wind flow parallel to the white lines here. A low in the Gulf of Alaska. It's this part of the big trough that goes down to the west side of the Aleutians. Watch how this feature dives across the Pacific and then comes into California and then gets into a bowling ball shape as it comes across east of the Rocky Mountains there and heads, that's by Tuesday, toward the Mississippi Valley. So in the process, things at the surface form a surface low once it gets east of the mountains, pull in warm, moist air. This is Monday's setup. And like we had yesterday, a low-level jet becomes a key factor in this case, probably more from the southwest, probably 50, 60 miles per hour, and that will be enough for some of the storms on Monday to become severe. Much of the state of Texas, we'll see the details could change a little bit as we get closer, and some tornado chance at least. I've given for now a torcon of 3 there, 30% chance of a tornado within 50 miles. As we head into Tuesday now, this is when that bowling ball could really take effect, and surface low moving up into Kansas and Oklahoma. If the moist air isn't so rain-filled that it holds down the temperatures, we could get severe thunderstorms all the way up into Missouri, but still some uncertainty to that. Low-level jet, probably Missouri and northbound is where the fastest winds are, so if the instability gets there, it could be a pretty bad day. At any rate, we'll probably have some severe across Texas ahead of the cold front, and maybe up as far north as southern Missouri and southern parts of Illinois and down as far east as the Mississippi area. And given the strength of the low-level flow and the dynamics, I've given torcon values already of 4 for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Arkansas. So stay tuned to this. We'll see how this all unfolds as we get closer to the event. Alex?
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Forbes. And let's talk a little bit more about this system for next week, because it's going to be other areas besides those regions dealing with the severe threat that are going to feel the impacts. Early next week, we've got that upper level low. Notice that trough, that dip in the jet stream with the strong mid-level winds. And as Dr. Forbes mentioned, that moisture is going to be streaming north. He talked about the severe area, but look, showers are going to extend all the way up towards the Kansas-Oklahoma state line on Sunday. By Monday, we're going to be talking about the Great Lakes, all all the way down towards the Gulf Coast for rain and, of course, thunderstorms. By Tuesday, still the Great Lakes, places like Chicago, Kansas City, down towards New Orleans, we'll see the wet weather midweek. Then we've got rain showers and thunderstorms from parts of New England and New York all the way down into the southeast. So Atlanta, Greenville, South Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina, Birmingham, Alabama. These are all areas that will see showers and storms. Rain total forecast ending late Tuesday, as high as 3 to 5 inches in some spots here in Arkansas. We'll be right back.
A wind advisory is in effect. Currently in our area, 64 degrees under sunny skies with windy conditions. Tonight, partly cloudy and windy, low 38. Winds could occasionally gust over 40 miles per hour. Friday, sunny with gusty winds, high 46. Friday night, clear, low 31. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Bridgestone is changing the game in tire performance.
So will Arnett can get to the store when he's out of diapers.
Well, to be clear, they're not for me. They're for my son. So we should probably go.
We switched Will's tires to Bridgestone's revolutionary Drive Guard tires.
Oh, those look sharp.
It's okay. Our Drive Guard tires are engineered to take a puncture and drive up to 50 miles on a flat, so no side of the road.
Well, that's good, because the side of the road is dangerous, especially since we're going commando.
Weird?
What commando mean?
Bridgestone, your journey, our passion.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
Attention, the CDC reports that 1 in 3 adults 65 and older fall each year, and 80% of these occur in the bathroom. Don't let it happen to you. For over 30 years, Premier Care in Bathing has helped people prevent falls, bathe safely, and live at home longer. We were the first walk-in tub to earn the Arthritis Foundation's Ease of Use commendation. All our walk-in baths feature a low entry step, wide doors, can be used as showers, and feature hydrovescent therapy, which soothes aches and pains, improves circulation, and eases painful arthritis. And our easy access showers feature no barrier entries, wide doors, and fold-down seats. With payments as low as $150 per month, owning a Premier Care easy access shower or walk-in bath has never been more affordable. Even better, the hydrovescent therapy upgrade is free on all walk-in baths.
Call 1-800-331-5109 to own a Premier Care in Bathing walk-in bath or easy access shower for payments as low as $150 per month. That's 1-800-331-5109. Call now.
Think your heartburn pill works fast? Take the Zantac Challenge. Zantac works in as little as 30 minutes. Nexium can take 24 hours. When heartburn strikes, take Zantac for faster relief than Nexium or your money back. Take the Zantac Challenge.
Happy, happy, happy for you and me. Happy, happy, happy for you. Aww.
Intel's best processor is here, which gives new PCs 3 times the battery life, so you never have to stop watching.
Thanks.
Introducing Intel's new 6th generation core processor. It's our best processor ever.
It's easy to love your laxative when that lax loves your body back. Only Miralax hydrates, eases, and softens to unblock naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
How do you do the holidays? Pick a Christmas tree or put one together? Colorful lights or classic whites? However you build cheer, the Home Depot is here. Get a free tree storage bag when you buy select artificial Christmas trees. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Come to Boston Market for a full menu of meals featuring our fresh, never frozen rotisserie chicken starting at $6.99. And this holiday season, spend more time with family and friends. Let the holiday experts do the cooking. Boston Market, all good.
Are you a catheter user? What if your catheter could hide in plain sight? Introducing SpeedyCath Compact Male, the next generation everyday catheter from Coloplast. It's small, discreet, easy to bring along, pre-lubricated so it's ready when you are. Part of the SpeedyCath family, SpeedyCath Compact Male has sold millions worldwide and is now available in the U.S. by prescription only. It's designed to be the next best thing to not using a catheter at all. SpeedyCath catheters are prescribed for people with chronic urine retention or a post-void residual volume due to neurogenic and non-neurogenic voiding dysfunction. There are separate catheters for men and women. Before using, carefully read all instructions. Call your doctor if you think you have a urinary tract infection or can't pass the catheter into the bladder. For complete risk information and to learn more, talk to your doctor or call the number below.
Request your free samples today by calling 1-855-745-8542 with your prescription or go to SpeedyCath.com. Call now and receive this free SpeedyCath travel kit with your samples. This exclusive TV offer is available only while supplies last.
Well, this afternoon, millions of Americans are feeling the chill. It is really the first time this year temperatures have been this cool from the northwest all the way through the Great Lakes.
All right, well, when the Arctic blasts of winter arrive, we search our closets for clothing to keep us warm. But what you put on actually may be more important than you think. In this edition of Brainstorm, Sam Champion gets you suited up for winter weather.
In search of the optimal material to wear for cold, wet weather, we wired up Brainstorm's official test technician, Josh Garcia, and put him in our ice truck to test out 3 different types of material commonly found in your closet.
My buddy Nick here is going to be spraying me with a very cold stream of water in a very cold environment to figure out what the capabilities of these 3 base layers are.
An inactive body can easily maintain its core temperature of 98.6 degrees in ambient temperatures as low as 65 degrees. But below that, our bodies begin to lose heat into the surrounding air. So for this test, we chilled the truck far below that threshold, down to 20 degrees. First up, cotton. Cotton reaches peak insulating performance in dry conditions by trapping warm air near your skin. But cotton also loves water. It's capable of soaking up to 27 times its own weight in liquid, like sweat or rain. And this water absorption can be dangerous, especially in the cold. Our bodies actually lose heat 25 times faster when we're wet. Watch this. After getting sprayed, Josh's core body temperature actually falls about a degree.
When it's dry, it's not so bad. I actually feel a little warm. When it's wet, it's worthless. It's actually probably more efficient to be completely naked.
Next, polyester fibers are about 500 times thinner than a piece of paper. This makes polyester extremely lightweight, but also prevents it from retaining loft, which is the material's ability to hold heat close to the body. But polyester fibers are a byproduct of petrol or oil. And because oil repels water, polyester can dry 3 times faster than cotton. That's why Josh's vital signs are largely unaffected by the wetness. Finally, we put Josh in wool. Wool fibers are 3 layers thick, which helps prevent air from entering or escaping when it's dry. When wet, a chemical reaction between the wool and the water actually breaks the water's hydrogen bond and generates heat. In fact, in wet conditions, this process can increase the temperature of the wool by more than 25 degrees. It's this chemical reaction that gives wool its natural warming characteristics, and that allows Josh's core body temperature to drop just 1/10 of a degree in 20 minutes, making wool the top insulator in our test. Thanks, Josh. Sam Champion, the Weather Channel.
Well, there you have it. All right, weekend forecast. Don't really need the wool tomorrow in many spots, especially Miami. 85 with some thunderstorms. Still in the 50s, 60s for New York, for Atlanta, for Dallas, for Denver. Even Bismarck, North Dakota will be 53 with sunshine. Out west at Seattle, you've got the rain, you've got the wind, but temperatures aren't overly cool. 56, LA is 80. And remember, those winds will be staying on the gusty side, so fire danger remains high. Saturday, we keep the rain in Seattle, the sunshine in LA. Into parts of Texas, that's where we'll get a little rain. Also South Florida. By Sunday, a little better chance of wet weather across the south central and southwest. We'll be right back.
Here's a dirty little secret. When you wash your face at the end of the day, you might only be cleaning the surface of your skin. To clear those congested pores, you need a deep clean. And today, you can get it with Proactive's incredible deep cleansing brush. And here's something even more incredible. You get the brush free when you order a Proactive system today.
I love the deep cleansing brush because it really gets in those pores.
I was using a brush that was over $200, and I like this so much better.
This isn't just any brush. This is the only one from the doctors at Proactive. So it's specially designed for acne-prone skin. Call 1-800-259-4852 to get America's #1 acne brand for just $19.95. Be among the first 500 callers, and you'll also get the deep cleansing brush free. Plus more secrets for flawless skin. That's a $93 value for just $19.95.
You only have 2 hands, but you have a whole lot of bristles.
Call 1-800-259-4852.
We know you have a morning routine. We have one too. 7 days a week, AMHQ is right here and weather ready.
Where's the rain that's happening right now as you walk out the door?
A lot of people traveling, but we'll keep an eye on it for you.
Because the weather impacts your day in 100 ways you see and 1,000 ways you don't.
I want to make sure everybody can get an idea of what's happening here.
So include us in your routine.
Let's get right to what you want, and that is the weather.
AMHQ, every morning starting at 5 on the Weather Channel.
A wind advisory is in effect. Currently in our area, 64 degrees under sunny skies with windy conditions. Tonight, partly cloudy and windy, low 38. Winds could occasionally gust over 40 miles per hour. Friday, sunny with gusty winds, high 46. Friday night, clear, low 31. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Lowe's presents How to Make a Snowman While Eating a Turkey Leg.
Now get these GE Christmas lights for only $9.98 at Lowe's.
The manpower, the will, mobilizing to take on the world. You don't know ARP. AARP and AARP Foundation are taking on hunger with 31 million meals donated. Drive to End Hunger teams with local agencies to reach the hungriest among us. If you don't think ending hunger when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Find more surprising possibilities and get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
Stop! Put down the phone! Were you considering a reverse mortgage to get cash now? Reverse mortgages might appear to be a quick solution, but do you really want to listen to a TV actor about mortgaging your home? Reverse mortgage is really just a fancy term for a loan. There is a better way. The Annuity Action Network has solutions for you. If you have an annuity or receive payments from an insurance company, you can get the cash you need now. Learn how to accelerate your payments. You can choose which payments or parts of payments to accelerate. This means you are in control of your money and how to get it when you want it. Call today. Find a solution that's best for you and get help accelerating your payments into cash now. The Annuity Action Network will show you how. It is simple and fast. Call the Annuity Action Network today at 800-939-8760. We have the answers. No loans, no mortgages, no debt, just cash now. Call 800-939-8760 right now.
It's time for kids to be kids again, because little imaginations were meant to run free. Little Tykes gets them playing the way they were born to. If they're having this much fun, it must be Little Tykes. Little Tykes, imaginations in motion.
If you can't seem to shut down at bedtime, you're not alone. Millions of people turn to non-habit-forming Unisom sleep gels to fall asleep fast and wake recharged. Unisom sleep gels. A stressful day deserves a restful night.
Ready to make a career upgrade? Suddenlink is one of the nation's premier providers of advanced TV, internet, home phone, and security. Because demand for these services is increasing, we need to grow our professional sales team. Our highly motivated salespeople enjoy a base salary plus earning potential over $80,000. Not to mention comprehensive benefits and great opportunities for advancement. If you want to work hard, few sales careers offer the advantages you'll find at Suddenlink. To join our team, visit this website today.
Yes.
We are the party's last and only hope. Lord help us.
At its core, El Nino can seem like a distant phenomenon. After all, we're talking about warm ocean temperatures hundreds of miles off the Pacific coast.
Yeah, but you know, in reality, it's altering weather patterns as we speak around the globe. And that could mean wetter and stormier winter for residents of California. So with that, Al Roker takes a closer look at the El Nino effect.
A 4-year historic drought has California begging for water, and now it may get it this winter in what's being called a Godzilla of an El Nino.
It's more intense, and it's still growing. The subtropical jet stream will shift farther north, and riding that jet stream will be a series of storms like a conveyor belt, almost like a convoy.
Southern California has already gotten a look at what's to come.
This is massive over here.
Deadly flooding trapping hundreds of motorists and triggering massive mudslides last month just north of Los Angeles, forcing Interstate 5 to close for several hours.
When these great rains come, there'll be nothing to hold the water. And so we certainly are expecting debris, mud, water to come pouring out of the mountains.
Normally, vegetation helps soil cling to hillsides, but after a fire, that dry land is left barren, susceptible to mud flows due to heavy El Nino rains. Wildfires burning more than 3 million acres in California in the past 5 years. 2 years ago, the Colby fire burned more than 2,000 acres. You can see there's no vegetation on those hills, and if we get heavy El Nino rains, those homes are in real danger.
The mud went over and went right around, filled up the whole swimming pool.
Sandra Bladow's home survived the Colby fire and mudslide that followed soon after, but fears for what is yet to come.
Really worried. Scared, really.
Warnings to residents along the coast, in the hills, and along the rivers.
They need to have that plan in place. It could change in a heartbeat.
Leaving a state on edge with this monster El Nino looming in the wings. Al Roker, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Well, you know, the storm after storm we're seeing, this is just the beginning of our storm train, and other big weather makers actually on the horizon.
And earlier on Weather Center Live, our medium range forecast expert, Dr. Greg Postel, shows us how the next part of the system is getting set up.
And there's some signals in the data that suggest that next week across the southern plains, Texas, Oklahoma, parts of the south, we'll see a pretty strong storm system and one that's not going to be moving very quickly. And it will introduce, I think, the chance, at least it's early in the game, but some of the ingredients are setting up for some severe weather down that way again next week. So let's look at this for Monday, showing you that our active pattern continues. Again, this is next Monday, so it's about 5 days out. But watch out across parts of the southern U.S. We have rain in the forecast, and implicitly in that we have thunderstorms as well. But notice that it continues on Tuesday as well, right there across parts of the south again, including Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana. Now, why are we getting that? Well, I'll tell you what, there's a very strong dip in the jet stream that is, I think, probably going to be developing across the southwest next week. And you can see, I'll draw out what the jet stream looks like on this map. By early next week, it'll be shaped, we think, something like that, with a strong trough there, big ridge on both sides, a really highly amplified pattern with a lot of energy right there. That's the colored shading at the base of that trough. That is going to be moving eastward Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but not all that fast. It almost seems like it gets cut off from the main flow. We get it right down here. The main westerlies hang out up here. So this storm is probably going to be not moving quickly at all, somewhat cut off from the branch of westerlies that would push it along. So if you look at Wednesday's verbatim from the weather charts, they might give you something like that, with maybe some big storms here and some rain and wind across the south. Again, but you got to look at it in context with the other models. If you look at all the models basically put together, each one of these lines is a different forecast of the jet stream position next Wednesday. You kind of get the sense that there's a consensus here. I think there's a pretty good cluster of troughiness there in the western part of the U.S., giving us, I think, confidence that there'll be a strong upper-level low developing over the southern plains early next week, lasting through the middle part of next week, that is going to continue to bring, I think, some pretty bad weather all the way through Wednesday. Stay tuned to this. This is a pretty big developing story that's showing up in the models.
All right, we're watching. You know, on the backside of yesterday's rough weather, a wild time through the Great Lakes, the winds rocking the lake shores.
Yeah, this video shows you how. We are talking white caps and fierce waves at Grand Haven, Michigan. The gales of November really in play here. We've got shoreline flooding and erosion along the western Great Lakes.
A wind advisory is in effect. Currently in our area, 63 degrees under sunny skies with windy conditions. Tonight, partly cloudy and windy, low 38. Winds could occasionally gust over 40 miles per hour. Friday, sunny with gusty winds, high 46. Friday night, clear, low 31. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome into Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wilson. Dave Schwartz is off today, so we get double the Alex.
Yeah, you can't have enough Alexandra and Alex, right? Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday afternoon. I'm Alexandra Steele. Well, today's big weather story is much different than what we covered just 24 hours ago. Yesterday, all about severe weather, nearly 200 wind, hail, about 11 reported tornadoes thus far. That number can change.
Yeah, and now today, it's all about the wind and the chilly air. Some 60 million Americans are under some kind of wind alert right now, and we're not done yet.
No, the Northeast, you get it tomorrow. We'll kind of time it all out for you coming up. But first, take a look at this. Grand Haven, Michigan. Look at these. This is beautiful, though, with the bird flying. There you go. Cue the bird, right? Strongest winds have been blowing here today. Sustained winds, about 35 to 40 miles per hour. Gusts to 60. Also throughout the Midwest, and again for tomorrow as well. Large waves here on Lake Michigan causing coastal flooding, beach erosion, dune erosion as well. And of course, there have been flight delays, especially around Chicago's O'Hare. 70 flight delays today, actually 130 yesterday. So with more in the Midwest and the waves, here's Alex.
Yeah, we're going to actually look at that exact same lighthouse you just saw in that video. Still have the waves rolling on shore and the winds whipping right now. Temps in the low 50s, but it feels like it's in the low 40s. Now, why? Is because of those winds, and they have been really strong, and not just in a few locations that are close together, but no, from Iowa to Tennessee to Illinois, Michigan, and Missouri, we have seen winds in excess of 50 miles per hour. Look at these gusts. Iowa, Clinton, Iowa, 66 miles per hour. In Covington, Tennessee, 63 miles per hour. We mentioned all those people under the wind alerts. Look at all the wind advisories from the Dakotas over to the Northeast. We're talking New York down towards western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, and there have been some areas under a high wind warning. That does include southwest and western